Alright, so welcome to another episode of Money Monday. And today we're going to go through how does the online platform or the desktop app for TigerBrokers actually look like. I think I've showed my portfolio once or twice, and that is maybe for the phone app itself. In today's video, we'll be going through what I like about the platform on the desktop and what I do not like about the platform on the desktop as well as different things that you can do with the platform. So let's hop on in right now. Alright, so the moment you fire up TigerBrokers on your desktop, this is the main panel that you'll see. So over here on the extreme left of my screen, you see this is the watch list that I have. This is actually my to buy watch list, and these are the companies that I'm looking to buy in the near future. And if you look at the middle, this is where the main information is. This is where your charts are. Your holdings is right at the bottom here. We'll go through that in a while. And on the extreme right, this is where you see the current stock that you're looking at. So in this case, this is actually Ultra, ticker MO, and this is the current trading price of Ultra. So as of today, it's 11 a.m. In the morning on a Monday. So the market isn't open yet, but for us it opens at 9 p.m. 9:30 p.m. in Singapore time. So in the main platform, in the main center area, let's talk about this first because I think this is the most interesting part of the platform. You have your charts, which you can do drawing. You're able to draw some arrows here. You're able to use different indicators as well. They have the EMA, they have the RSI, they have the volume. So right beside chart, we have this tab called filings. So this is where you can read the reports of the company that has been recently released. And next to it is financials. So this is where important information for you to decide whether this is a stock to buy or not lies into this tab. So you have the cash flow statement, you have the balance sheet, you have the income statement. Do note that it might be a little bit slow sometimes because there is so much information out there, and this actually saves you a lot of time because instead of going to Yahoo Finance or Google Finance to search up this information, you can actually have the information right down here in one platform itself. So that is something that I like about TigerBrokers. Alright, so going back to the main page itself, if you look at my watch list, on the left here, you're able to see that there's a little icon here that has a D in a box. So what this means is that there's a dividend upcoming. And if you click onto it, look at Coca-Cola, they have a dividend coming on the 12th of June, which is a 41-cent dividend. So this allows you to quickly know that, oh, you know what, there's a dividend coming up. Is this something that I'm looking to buy or is this not? So these are pretty good features that you can use to help you reduce the time spent, searching up nasdaq.com to find out, when's the upcoming dividend, or trying to predict when's the upcoming dividend. Alright, so if you look at the day chart for royalty income, ticker O, you're able to see that this is the dividend. Just on the chart itself, it shows you when dividends are being paid out, when is earning being announced, and what's the estimated earning and what's the reported earnings per share. So these are very good information that can take hours to research on, especially if you're looking at the history or the time period, the last 10 years, the last 5 years. And next, we have the option tab. So this is where you can purchase your options, your sell calls, your buy calls, your sell puts. Everything is here. You can see in the money or out the money, at the money. All this information is here. And something that I think is pretty cool, for example, if we were to look at a put option, right? And if we were to sell it, on the right panel, what's the max profit we'll get, what is the max loss that we are expecting to get if this option is actually exercised. So under the news tab, you're able to see all the upcoming news or news about the company itself. It's very nice because it pulls everything into one platform. In the past, I used to use Google Alerts where I put in the company name or the ticker of the company, and when there's a news related to that, it pushes me an email every single week. But with TigerBrokers, what this does is it pushes you the news as it's being put out onto the internet. So that's a big plus there. So under the others, this is where it holds the main information about the company, what the company does, the website of the company, the industry that they are in, some capital flow today, in and out, the last big orders within the last 5 days. So all this information is put out here free, so you don't have to be paying to be using this platform. Let's move into the extreme left panels. We have 4 icons here that say stock, markets, calendar, and assets. So if we click on the market tab, what we'll see is my current watch list that I've built for myself. This is a list of companies that I'm looking to purchase within the next few months, or maybe a few days, depending on how the market is. And if we go to the US tab, we are able to see the overall market heat for the last trading day itself. So as we can see, the market is pretty green. This gives you a quick summary of how the market is performing without going too in depth. However, do not take all these things that I'm saying as financial advice. Do your due diligence, play around with the platform. Tell me what you like about the platform in the comments down below, what you do not like in the platform, because I believe that this might not be the best platform, but it works for me at this current moment. So in the calendars tab, this is where you can see an overview of what's going to happen within the next month, the next quarter, the next few days, or the next week in the different country regions. You can look at the types as well, dividends, earnings, IPOs, all this information are here. It's pretty interesting, but sometimes do take note that the information might not be the most updated. This is something that I noticed, but then again, you should always be doing your own research and do not just depend on the platform to do all the work for you. Alright, and next we have the assets. So assets is where you can see whatever I'm holding at this point of time. So my account is based in US dollar, but if you notice right at the bottom of the left panel, there's a cash and it says exchange. So what is this for is because being a Singaporean, we deposit Singapore dollars in, but then if I need to buy the US stock, I will have to go through an exchange. So if I click onto this, it will let me know am I changing the Singapore dollar to the US dollar for trading, and here is where you can see the fees. So the fees might not be the best in the market, but I think it's alright if you're doing a lump sum every single month. If you're buying a dividend stock, the dividend probably covers that exchange rate as well. So something that I do not like about the assets page is actually the dividend history, because in the last few months I've collected dividends from LTC as well as Pfizer, but it does not reflect in my assets tab. However, if you're using the phone app, and if you go into reports, you're able to see what dividends you're getting every single month. So since we don't have Robinhood, we are not able to see the forecasted dividends as well. But if you're using the link down below to sign up for TigerBrokers, you do get a 30-day commission-free trade. So it's a plus point. You don't have to pay $1.99 for every single trade that you do. All right, so let's talk about things that I really love here. Is that the customer service is really fast. They usually get back to you within half a day. The max is 2 days if you're talking to them on a weekend. So that's the end of the video. Do let me know in the comments down below what's your favorite broker right now, and what brokers are you using. If you're using Robinhood, that's great. Vivo Finance, that's great. M1 Finance, that's great. But for us in Singapore, we're not able to use them. But nonetheless, if you have learned something from this video, please do drop a like. It helps the channel a lot. If you're not subscribed yet, hit the subscribe button down below. And I'll see you in the next episode. Bye.